Full moon in Aquarius, 29th of Jan. I'm going to tap into my energy, guys. And as you know, I always delve into the masculine and the feminine. I believe that's what my purpose is, to try and balance these energies out. Whether man or woman, we hold them both. And this energy, I've been sat with it for the last half hour. This Aquarius new moon, we're stepping into a new reality. This is be a conduit for the awakened masculine energy and heal the father wound. The card says that your purpose is to activate your divine masculine on this earth. The mission will take you into numerous life lessons and personal trials as you heal your own heart and awaken your spiritual wisdom. Your healing wounded masculine energy, which shows up frequently in men and also in women, it's not gender identity. Examples of wounded masculine energy are fear of being vulnerable. Remember, men, women, whatever you want to be associated as. Living only in your head. Inability to be present. Numbing yourself with addictions. Emotional unavailability. Controlling or dominating others. This is what we are stepping into right now. It's a new energy within our masculine. We've done the healing. We're setting ourselves free from this old wound. For those that have done the work, you're going to, and this is the energy I was getting, there's two camps here. There's the ones that have done the work, release these heavy burdens, and those that have are going to help those that haven't. That's what I felt is that was coming up with this new moon. These energies were coming up again, very masculine. The King of Wands, which is represented by Leo energy. And we have the Four of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. Capricorn and Leo are very masculine dominated energies. Very strong-willed. The ego is the Leo energy, unhealthy Leo energy sometimes. Again, going into that unhealed masculine, where it can be controlling and dominating. And this too can be disconnected from its heart because it's shut it down out of self-preservation. The good news is, guys, we pull the Magician, which is Mercury. In tarot, it's represented to the planet Mercury. It's got the transformational symbol above his head, which is the infinity symbol, which is a very powerful transformational symbol, transforming one energy into another. And it's got a number 1. We're ready to start a new beginning within the masculine wounds. And those that watch my channel know, and I've been going on about it for some time now, I believe we've been in a heavy masculine energy for thousands of years. The patriarchal energy, it's very masculine orientated, whether man or woman, or however you want to show up. Again, this is not gender specific. This is what we hold within us beings. We're dropping the burden. We're dropping this energy here. But in order for us to do that, we have to see it. We have to accept it. And I feel like with this new moon, as I say, 2 camps here. We've got the camp that have done the work and they've had a aha moment and stepping into the power of this mature masculine that are then going to help other people, because Aquarius energy is all about community spirit, helping thy neighbour, love thy neighbour, freedom, liberation. It's ruled by Uranus. So there's going to be some shocks and surprises, especially on the global scale, but they're going to trickle down into our personal world. So it's unpredictable as Uranus, and that's what rules Aquarius energy with this new moon. And we are in Aquarius season till the 19th of February. Okay, guys, I'm going to get into the energy now, but I wanted to open up with that energy just to get the feelers, and for those that it resonates with, and if you're still here with me, brilliant. I'm just going to delve into some cards and see how we go with this. I might ask some specific questions, but I just want to get the energy from this new moon. Now, as I said, new moons are all about new beginnings. And Uranus is the higher mind, and new understandings coming in. We're being liberated. Uranus frees us, Aquarius frees us. So some old self-limiting beliefs. And I use my intuition in these readings, and the song, sometimes songs come in. The song that I got was Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes, Love Lifts Us Up Where We Belong. Now, I'm not a big film person. I don't watch movies. but I know it's from the officer and gentleman. So I went on and I looked at a little bit of a snippet on good old Google, and that sums this energy up. Officer and a gentleman. It's that force, that discipline, that very masculine officer, military, and then there's the gentleman, which is courteous, which is softer. And this really coincides with this Mars retrograde that we're in right now. Mars is in Cancer. Mars is the masculine war god. It's in the sign of Cancer, which it's been in for a while, and it's going to be staying in there for quite some time, but it's in retrograde. So we're going back over all wounds. And I do believe 2025, when I did the collective reading, I did name 2025 as being in your gentle power. So we're transforming this old ego-based attack, defensive, masculine, and we're softening. And that's when you can meet your feminine. You can meet your masculine and your feminine. They need each other to co-create. And that's, if you can co-create from a more balanced masculine and feminine, you've got a solid foundation to grow on. You're not fearing, you're not in lack. You know that the abundance is there. You're going with the flow of the feminine, but also I've got the courage to take the action with the masculine. So we're going to go into my goddesses and guardians. And I'm just going to see where we go with this. Let's see what cards wants to come out. New Moon in Aquarius. New Moon in Aquarius. We have balance. There's that balance of the yin, the yang. We have a moon and a sun behind. Mau Lisa. Balance. Now, the moon is feminine. It's our sensitivity. It's our intuition. And we have the masculine, which is the sun, the power. As I said earlier, we need them both in harmony so we can co-create from a balanced perspective. So that's self-explanatory, guys. Let's see what else is coming up. Sedna. There's always enough. Now, the mythology behind Sedna is that she didn't have a very good relationship with her father. She was, now I don't know the full story, so forgive me if you do, and I'm saying this wrong, but the gist of this was she didn't have a good masculine relationship because she didn't have a good relationship with her father. It was a little bit bittersweet. In fact, he sent her off to be married into a cultural union out of her own free will. And I think she's tried to escape, and the husband wasn't very nice to her, so the father went and rescued her. But on the boat that he rescued her in, again, this story might be totally skew-if, but this is the gist of it. There was a storm coming, so he had to save himself. So he threw her overboard, and she tried to grab hold of the boat, and he chopped her fingers off, as fathers do. And so therefore, she went under the ocean, and she's said to rule the sea life. So you can see this masculine and feminine dynamic where it's out of balance. And that card at the beginning did say we're healing the masculine father wound. Now, this is not to say name and blame all our fathers. They all did the best that they could with the tools that they were given, as I say. But we are healing some ancestral masculine energy that's come down the line. What else do we have with this energy? There's the soul family. This is Hathor. She's an Egyptian goddess. And behind this card, I don't know whether you can see it, but it looks like people from the past, passed over, spirit. Looks like there's ancestral family members looking down at her. So this says to me is you're doing this to end out a soul contract, an ancestral contract, and it's being handed to you to heal. So this very much is breaking free from some old ancestral lineage. Again, Aquarius is the liberator. Uranus is the planet of shocks and surprises and shifts. So whatever has been trying to get your attention, it could be around this Aquarius season, certainly around this new moon, where there's some higher understanding, there's some communication coming in because this new moon is linked to Mercury. There's a big dynamic to Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. Mercury is the magician in tarot. So that's the messenger. coming in to liberate you from something. Now, this could be because Uranus is the higher mind, and so is Aquarius. It could be a aha moment. It could be when you're meditating and you get an understanding and they're putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, and it comes in and it makes a little bit of sense. And that way you can liberate yourself and set yourself free. Uranus also governs the nervous system. The nervous system, so when I talk about the masculine, when we've been in this masculine wounding energy, it is always on the go. It's always that doer, provider, protector, fight or flight. That then triggers our nervous system. And we hold a lot of cortisol, we hold a lot of negative energy within, and that can lead to illness and disease. So there's a higher perspective here of saying heal your masculine wounds, heal your nervous system, look after yourself, slow down, and you're going to release and bring some kind of balance into your world, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Let's have a look. Now, in tarot, I'm going to go into my tarot now. In tarot, Mercury in Aquarius, which I did mention Mercury is connecting to this new moon in Aquarius. We're in Aquarius season, that's where the sun is. But Mercury is also in Aquarius. So we've got like a little planetary party going on in the sign of Aquarius. So very heavy Aquarius energy. And in tarot, the Six of Swords connected to Mercury in Aquarius. Sorry, the Six of Swords is the card connected to Mercury in Aquarius. Sorry guys, I'm trying to tap into my intuition and read my notes at the same time. Yeah, okay. So let's see what the tarot want to say with this new moon. Seven of Cups, which is Venusian energy, but it's in the sign of Scorpio. Now, all of my tarot, I link them to the astrology because it gives me a bigger feeling for them. This is an emotional energy. Cups are associated with feminine emotions. So we have here Seven of Cups. Seven, first of all, is an odd number. So it's not balanced. And you can see here there's a man in the shadows and he's looking up at the clouds and he has lots of options. Some of them cups, some of them emotional cups have got snakes in. They've got nice things in. They've got jewels in. Victory, the wreath of victory, or there's some demons in there. There's some not very nice things. The snakes. Snakes. So this is saying you might be confused right now, but you might be needing to do some shadow work, this energy here, delve deep into your emotional subconscious to release some old emotions that no longer serve you and that might not be yours to carry anymore. These might have been passed down, as I say, from the ancestral lineage, your soul family, that you've come here to release. What else do we have? Seven of Swords, so 2 sevens, 7, 7, duplicating of the numbers. So here we have the Seven of Swords. Seven Swords is a mental energy. So again, it's unbalanced. It's not an even number. So there's some kind of unbalanced energy going on mentally. Again, remember we're associating this energy with Mercury because it's got a big collaboration with this new moon in the sky. Aquarius is also an air sign, rules the head, the thoughts. So this is a very mental energy that we're talking about, but there's some emotions that are keeping us in this deceptive energy. Most certainly could be that you are guarding yourself because you've encountered deception, encountered along your journey, maybe even from your soul tribe, people close to you, in relationships. So there's some kind of distrust energy coming in with this. The Emperor. There's the masculine Emperor. There's the King of the Castle. There's the Father archetype. There's the War God. This is Aries card. This is Mars. What else do we have? And there's the Two of Swords, blindfolded. not seeing something and needing to set your heart free because she's crossing her heart. She's very defensive around a masculine wounding. Now remember, these are our relationships, and I believe we come in, we choose our parents and we choose the people around us to teach us lessons. So that it's a projection of what we're needing to go in and heal. There's the Empress. Lovely. So we have the Emperor and the Empress. So this is the divine masculine epitome of counterparts. We can have the kings and the queens, but now we've got the Emperor and the Empress. So in Tarot, the Emperor takes on the energy of all the kings. So we have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Earth, the 4 elements. And the Empress, the same again. The Queen of Cups, Earth, Fire, Water. She embodies, she's mastered, she stands in her sovereignty. But there's been something here that's kept it apart within you. There's something that you have had to master, or you're in the process of mastering. Again, remember that there's the 2 camps. Some are being set free from this, but the ones that have are going to be showing up as mentors, as healers, to help you set yourself free from this energy. Because once we've mastered the Emperor and the Empress, we have everything we need within us. Remember, it all comes from within. Then we can co-create on a solid foundation. Okay, let's go into my Moonology deck now. Let me pull 3 cards from the Moonology deck. If you're liking this, guys, do hit that subscribe button. Do feel free to share. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't let the past hold you back. There's the ancestral energy here. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. There's some new energies coming in. You'll be able to feel them. You might not be able to see them, but they're coming in. You're very close to achieving your goal. And I'm just going to go back to that subscription because I remember one comment didn't know where it was. So there's a button on the left hand side of the screen, a little red one that says subscribe, or there's one further down in near the description box that you can just hit that. It's free, and that's how you just subscribe to my channel, guys, and you get notified of when I put a new video up. Sorry, I'll go back to the cards now. So don't let the past hold you back. South Node energy. South nodes and North nodes are the link to fate and destiny. They change every 18 months, and they have just on the January the 11th shifted signs. So this is what needs our attention. So the South Node is our karma that we need to release. It's currently now in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is the alternative healer. Virgo is the nurse. Virgo is the diligent, again ruled by Mercury, the mind, the critical self. That's one of the low vibes of Virgo. But she came onto this earth. Actually, it reminds me a bit like of Sedna, that card we pulled earlier. She came onto this earth, or one of the mythologies around Virgo is, well, one, she's the virgin, the vulnerability, but 2, she had a very similar mythology to what Sedna did, where she was told what to do. There was like an arranged marriage. There was things to do with being of service, giving her mind, her time away, being of service to others. So she carries a wound of not being good enough. She carries a wound of not being good enough, of that balanced masculine and feminine, because all she knows is to be of service to others, to her own detriment. So you could ask yourself at this new moon, where am I sick of giving my time, my love, my effort away to other people to my own detriment? Where do I need to make changes for myself, for my health and well-being? Virgo is the nurse. She rules the 6th house of health and nutrition. Where do I need to heal some old habits? What's holding me back from being my authentic self? What else is coming up with that energy? So these are some of the questions you have got to ask yourself. Don't let pride get in the way. And I'm just going to pull another one. You and your loved ones are safe. Cancer energy. I'll go back to this one. Leo. Beautiful, beautiful Leo energy. Leo is the lion. It's the courage. It's the strength. It's a fire sign. It's bold. It's ambitious. It loves to be seen. It's many people with Leo placements are famous people. They love being on stage, shining the light. Now, one of the low vibrations or expressions of Leo is if it's been hurt in the past, it'll shut down its heart and it'll dim its light. Leo rules the heart chakra and the solar plexus. The solar plexus is ruled by the sun, hence solar plexus. And this is where we get our power from. This is where we get our drive. But if you had to always give your power away in the fear, because this again could be where your pride comes in. You've got a fear. We put pride in place when we've got fear of being left out in the cold. We have a fear of not being good enough, not fitting in. So we shut down. We give our power away. We do things for people that we don't really want to do, but we have a fear. So we give our power away because we have an old wound of not being worthy, not being good enough. So Leo can shut down and put pride in place. So when opportunities come along, he might overlook them because he might be in a fear-based energy of competition. I'm not good enough. It'll never happen to me. It always goes wrong. Or betrayal and being hurt, dishonesty, distrust. There's many things that can create a person to shut down its heart. Everybody has a different story to tell. So we're asking to open our heart chakra, to heal the heart. Again, go more into that softer, gentle power. Rather than being defensive, egotistical is another lower expression of Leo energy. The unhealthy masculine. You and your loved ones are safe. Cancerian energy. We've just had a big full moon in Cancer. I mentioned earlier about gentle power because we are healing wounds to do with the mother line as well as the masculine. We can have heavy masculine mothers. We can learn from our heavy masculine mothers the masculine way of mothering. Meaning very stern, very disciplined, fearing, always being in fight or flight. Again, no blame, no shame. It's just a culture that we've been created within. It's a society is a very masculine society. Until it comes to a point where we think, I now need to heal this and break the cycle. And this is saying you and your loved ones are safe. So there might be some old feminine side of you where you haven't felt safe. You haven't felt that you belong. And this is where you can close down your heart and always be in your masculine, not honouring your sensitive side. Maybe shutting down your sensitive side because your needs weren't met. They weren't listened to. So they were silenced. So you're always in that masculine and think of the feminine as being weak. Sensitivity as being weak. Looking after yourself as being weak. This can lead to burnout when we're too heavy in our masculine, whether man or woman, or whatever you want to see yourself as or know yourself to be. What else do we have here with the moonology? I'm going to stick with the moonology, I think, guys. There is a win-win outcome. There is balance here. There's karmic justice. This is Libra energy. The scales of justice, the scales of balance wants to come in with this beautiful new moon in Aquarius. And we have here, it's time to release the negativity. Go deep. When I'm recording this, actually, we have the moon in Scorpio. So the date today is the 23rd of January. So I feel like today is an important day to dig deep. There might be something coming in that wants to liberate you from. And it's to do with self-worth and value, because here's the Taurus card. Prosperity is on its way. But it's like that manifestation and that law of attraction. And people say, practice this and say this every day and you'll attract whatever. But you have to feel the energy. You have to be in the energy. Everything's vibrational. So this is prosperity, but I take it down to an energetic level, which is value, self-value, self-love is where you'll find your value. But if we've been in that heavy masculine, we can suppress that feminine within us. I'm going to pull a final card, guys, and I'm going to use, am I going to use my Black Moon Lilith? Black Moon Lilith gets to the deep root, or do I use my soul? Do you know what? I'm going to take one from each. Black Moon Lilith, New Moon in Aquarius. What do we have? New Moon in Aquarius for the collective, please. Highest and best messages. What do we have? Neptune and Gemini. I always go top and bottom. Neptune dissolves. He rules the house where he rules the spirituality. He rules religion. He rules dreams, but he also rules illusions. He dissolves things. He dissolves illusions. And we have here Gemini energy, the mind, the magician, all programs that we are too heavy in. And this is saying, liberate yourself. Liberate yourself from the past. Liberate yourself from your ancestral programs. Release the negativity. And you can bring in this new Aquarius, beautiful energy of the higher mind. Now I'm going to pull one of my soul helper oracles too. I do feel like this is a beautiful energy coming in. As I say, there is going to be some surprises. We're ready to co-create from a more balanced, and we're ready to level up. We really are. What do we have? A new strategy is required. Bottom of the deck, leave your usual circle behind. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to just delve into this one first of all. So this is find the path of love and happiness, number 12. And this is seek out true companions. So this might be where the truth comes in. This might be where the aha moments come in. Like I said, there's two cohorts with this. Some of you are putting the work in to heal those ancestral wounds, to release the negativity, to grow into that new Aquarian age. You're trying to lift yourself up with self-love, self-value. Remember the song, love lifts us up where we belong. But if people are not willing to do the self-love, self-work, and don't know their worth and putting the effort in, this is where it might naturally come to an organic release. And you might just get those aha moments. Now remember, everybody is a projection. So there might be relationships that I have been. Remember the 7 of Cups that I said? Where is she? Bear with me. Where you're wanting to bring in your dreams, your desires. But there's a shadow element of you keeps attracting the same old cycle. Because it might be that you're attracting it from an old program. I'm not worthy. And looking at relationships from a more negative point of view. So it might be your projection now. This is not going to be for everybody, but you're going to see who's on team you and who isn't. But also close relationships. Where have you been pushing somebody away because your pride was in place? You thought that this relationship, whether that's a work relationship, whether it's a job perspective, whether that's a close partner or a new partner, you might have been pushing them away in fear of an old cycle repeating. because that's what you thought you were worthy of. So this, again, it's a double edge to this new moon in Aquarius. You know what this is. You know if it's your shadow and that needs transforming and releasing, or it's the people around. But as I say, everybody and everything is a projection. Okay, guys, I hope that helped, and happy new moon in Aquarius.